close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey, he's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Mahinmi. And it's C.J. Miles in for Allen. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. Shumpert in the corner. Stolen by Ellis. The dish to Hill. Passes it to Ellis. Screen by Ellis. 6 on the shot clock. And Turner throws it down.
And guys, that's one of the more basic plays in anybody's playbook, but not to mention also truly one of the best.
And Greg, the pick frees him up, and Clark, the dunk, caps it off.
Well, you know, for me, guys, it's all about positioning and anticipation on those screen plays, and they got it right there.
Shumpert against Hill. And George kicks to Miles. Down low. And stolen by Love. Here's Shumpert. Thompson passes to Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Pacers leading by 4. Dishes it to Miles. And here we go. Shumpert into the hoop. And it's sent back by George. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. Stuckey comes in for Monte Ellis. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Dellavedova dishes to Mozgov. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. 7 points for Timofey Mozgov.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball.
That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Outside Hill. 6 to shoot. From deep, Miles. Offensive rebound, Pacers. It's back to Hill. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To end the run. It's deflected.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter in this situation.
Here's Dellavedova. Mozgov kicks to Shumpert. Stolen by Miles. And now Stuckey running the floor all by himself. That's the end of the third, and it's... And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter, and if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. And Indiana shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Thompson is out there with Kevin Love. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's J.R. Smith, and it's Irving in at the point guard. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 6 assists now in the game.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And I also love what they've done defensively in terms of closing out to the shooters, getting a hand up, just making them feel a little uncomfortable on the offensive end.
You know, for the Pacers last season, with Paul George being out for most of the season, they knew it would be a struggle. They would go into lengthy dry spells that made it hard for them to keep pace in the East, in part because they missed Paul George's all-around brilliance and his offense.
And the second free throw, good. As for those dry spells you mentioned about the Pacers, G8, they had a number of long losing streaks last season.
Yeah, as a team, they had 4 different losing streaks of 6 or more games, and they got hot at the end. Season-high win streak of 6 to stay playoff relevant. It was just too little, too late compared to their losing streaks earlier in the year.
Indiana trailing here. Now let's the pass to George.
And now both teams really in a groove.
This game already, guys, was high scoring, but they've really amped and ramped it up to another level down the stretch.
Cleveland with the very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are. Clark.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over.
You talk about being streaky on the road. That's what the Cavs were. I mean, could rattle off 4 wins on the road in a row, then come back empty from their next road trip. They did seem, though, to get stronger and more steady as the season went on.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Hill, he's checked in for Indiana. The Cavaliers leading by 3. Irving drives in. Can't hit. Excellent D there from Hill.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now the Pacers moving it up. George with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. And Hill has it in the corner to take the lead. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist by Hill. And the Pacers lead by 1.
Wow, the fans are really getting their money's worth tonight. What an entertaining ball game.
Up to this point, Greg, it's been almost impossible to separate these teams. I think this one's going to be close all the way.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Paul George really making a difference here.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hands.
Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Irving drives in. LeBron kicks to Irving. Misses the 3.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
3-on-3. And the rejection by Mahinmi. Oh, and here we go. Ellis has got the fast break chance. And the rejection by Smith. Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely. This one for 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Hill dishes to George. And it's George again missing.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Love against Allen. Here's Thompson. And it's sent back by Hill. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Turner's checked in for Ian Mahinmi. The drive by James. Out to Smith. The feed now to Love. Thompson left side. Shot clock at 6. Yes!
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
Hill gets to Allen. It's tipped. Stolen by Thompson. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Irving's got the ball. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Stolen by Thompson. Irving against Allen. Love outside. Paul George with the steal. Ellis the pass to Hill. Outside, George. There's the pick. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Love.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Timeout called, Cleveland. Guys, what do you think?
They don't have enough time here to catch and shoot. Their only hope is to try to tip it in off the inbound pass. That's always a difficult shot.
On its way from Irving. He got it! He caught it!
My goodness.
Oh! And he wins it at the buzzer.
Wow, what a finish. What a remarkable way to close it out. Game time.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up for Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.